Okay, hi everyone. It's Andrei from Frog Lab. Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming. It's been a while since our last Q&A session. Like you probably know that we postponed our launch and now we focus on like redesigning and rethinking of some system in the game to make sure to make Shatterline better. And that's actually a huge work, and it is still in progress. In the same time, we remember about our community, and we are preparing new stuff and features. Like for now, pretty soon, like I think in 2 weeks, new season will start. Season Charlie will be live, and we'll deliver a lot of cool new stuff there. First of all, there will be brand new PvP game mode. There will be new, and I believe the best map for escort, and many other cool stuff there. Keep tuned. On top of that, a bit later, like not with the start with season Charlie, but somewhere in the future, we also want to show you a new version, like quite a significant rework of Expedition. So yeah, there will be like the first iteration that we want to check with you. The mode will change, I believe, quite significantly, and we believe it's pretty cool. And Taras probably could talk a bit more about upcoming Expedition.
What we've figured out during this time is that Expedition became something that we didn't really intend it to become. And by that I mean we wanted it to be like, more of a roguelike experience, but not actually a speedrunning experience. And that's exactly what just happened. And I believe that that is a problem of a linear structure of the game mode. So we decided to rework it in the way that players will have much more ways to go, much more things to do there, much more options to choose from, and choose that their own way. Like, how do they get that blueprints or whatever they get from it? Yeah, that's basically what we are focusing on right now. So basically, we are changing the structure. We are changing the pacing of the expedition. So it's not gonna be like speed run anymore. We're gonna add much more exploration there. We want it to be really like lots of optional activities also. So basically, yeah, you just like choose where you go, why you go, and like you pick your own difficulty, your own level of challenge you want to deal with. So yeah, that's pretty much it on a high level, and all the details I hope you will see like quite soon. Mm, yeah, because we already are playing it internally, so there is a totally working prototype already there in the office. Still lots of work to do, still lots of things to finish, but it's underway. We did like a huge job. I want really to thank immensely the team behind it, because it's like an insane amount of rework that was done like within a very short time frame.
Thank you, Taras. And Igor probably could share a few words about what's coming in PvP. Okay, then probably.
Okay, guys are asking about the new map. No, the first iteration will not be done on a new map, but the current map will have like some significant changes to it, and also the work on new maps is underway as well, but it's not gonna happen that soon.
So I tell you little bit more about a PvP update. Yeah, As Andrew said, we designed and developed a cool new escort map. It's brand new and it's actually, according to my experience, it's much better than previous two maps. We absorb all experience we had from previous maps, and I believe these maps will like as we like because we play it eternally a lot. Also, it has a beautiful visual art style. Besides that, the new mode, I will tell you a little bit more about it. It will be three versus three game mode. It's very fast paced in combat. And this mode, these both maps and mode, we are moving mm, uh, to 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 designing and understanding how we could implement in best way ranked games. Ranked games is still not there. I know that a lot of questions will be about that, but we are exploring and looking for opportunity how we could implement it. And I believe, and so in some time we will add them as well.
The question is if we should expect more episodes before game launch, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll have some new PvE before game launch.
Are we getting like more than 8 or less than 8?
No numbers,
I'm
I
not
think.
ready.
Less than
Yeah,
8.
I'm not ready.
Less than 8, definitely.
Okay, so not like all the content getting re-released.
I
I
think the
don't think
main
so.
focus right now is on expedition still. So we are going to finish the things that are in progress, and then we will launch the game, and then we will see how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
My question about the shotguns, it's not about the shotguns, but like overall, like the shotguns have these bullets that have knockback bullets. Example. Overall, the shotguns are already OP. Plus, they have the bullets that knock you. Plus, they have the attachment called incendiary bullets, which means that when hit, it does like 10 damage, like per second. So basically, you hit him, you do already like 40 damage, like guaranteed. So are you guys like thinking about it for like PvP? Like for me, it's like it's kind of like broken right now. So is there anything like to tell?
Like the thing is, and it's very hard to tell right now what is right, first of all, because the player base is not that huge, and the meta is very like stabilized and still, and it will greatly differ when we will have more players once we will start advertising the game, uh, which is not the current plan, but it will definitely happen in future. The shotgun, I told about the shotgun issue before. It's very divisive weapon type, and it's always either totally underpowered or totally overpowered. And I have never seen a single game on a market that has a middle ground in community opinions about shotguns. So they're either suck or they are OP. But statistically, that's the funniest thing. They're like totally perfectly fine. I mean, they're very balanced statistically. But I know that it doesn't feel like that in actual game because you have the matchmaking, you have skill issue, you have different maps, you have different runs, and in under specific circumstances, they might just demolish you on specific map with specific players with have playing that shotguns, and on other runs you don't have that issue. So it's very difficult to figure out the exact shotgun issues, and even more difficult to make shotguns to appeal to the entire community. So I would say that we will leave the shotgun issue. We might do some like changes for now. I think we could talk with our like weapon guys and ask what do they think about it, because we see that lots of community are asking for that subjectively. Statistically they are fine, but like we see what community wants right now, and it will definitely change when more players will be playing the game. So they will require another pass for them anyway. So we just can try to change them for now just to make your lives more comfortable, but like I don't know, we need to ask weapon guys, they are not on the meeting today.
Do you guys like have it as your first priority? Like right now the servers are bad. Like I don't want to like you guys know it, right?
Yes, we know that there are complaints about our hosting provider. We listen to these complaints, and right now we are working on integrating new hosting provider, which, as we know, have a good, successful records of hosting games like similar to us with fast pacing, ping demanding game sessions. So it's on the way. It's early to say when it will be done, but we are working on it right now, immediately right now. Yes. And besides that, we're also constantly doing improvement in our server code to reduce ping between you did the action and you got response. So we are constantly reduce the lags and working on stability of our netcode. And also we are working on new hosting provider.
Every update has been reducing the FPSs for like people who have lower end devices. And I've been seeing it as well. Like even if you have like a decent high end computer, I've been seeing people dropping 10 to even 20 frames per update. Are there any plans to optimize the game in the future? In the near future anyway.
Let me handle it. Yes, we see the problems with random FPS drops, and most of the time there are actually two sides of this problem. One side is that we have increased our low spec. It was done because of lighting. We decided to make level looks better, and for that we have to enable lighting technique, which is quite demanding to fill rate of your video card. This is why low end computers start suffering from FPS drops. But it was required. Otherwise, the looks, the visual looks wasn't that competitive as we want to be on the market nowadays.
Will there also be any plans to making bunny hopping easier for players? For players on console, especially since a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 release is coming soon. Are there plans to making some mechanics easier for them? For example, a 4-speed slide B hop requires you to do a 360 to go faster, but obviously a lot of controller players are unable to do such a feat and will find that difficult. Will there be any implementation of just making a normal slide B hop just be as fast as a 360 slide B hop?
Well,
Let
what I
me-
can tell
Oh, okay.
that I just wanted to tell that the way the players are actually currently exploiting bhop was never planned. So it was in many ways a big surprise for us to see that the game works like that. And for now, the decision is not to remove it, but if we will see that it will like be ruining lots of gains, it might be reviewed, or but I think there is no plan to remove it as it is right now. But some over the top things are already nerfed, I think.
We just recently started testing on PS4, and like at the moment we fixing like the biggest problems that players report, and after a while, like the more feedback we get, the more testing we do, most likely we'll do something with control as well. Yeah, probably will at some point try to make controls for console players more comfortable.
Twitch drop will be connected for the game in the future.
Yes, probably you have seen it on the new site that we have started integration with Twitch Drop. So on the site, it's done already, and right now we are working on the backend side. And as technology, it will be ready very soon. Then we just need to understand how we will do it and what content will be included into Twitch Drop. But yes, this is in our plans. And we are working on it, and will be done quite soon.
Will chat be added to the lobby?
I will answer. Yes, right now we are working on adding text chat into the game. It will be added into party and game session, team, and all chat, and all. For the lobby, you mean a general global chat like in a MMORPG game, like World of Warcraft? We don't have
Or team
such.
chat.
No, I mean, I was thinking about lobby. The question was about lobby chat. You mean when you enter the lobby, you have a chat, like where everybody is chatting. For this chat, we don't have plans. It's quite complex to do this because of it will be just a big room for all players, so it's technically wise not a simple solution, I would say.
Okay.
And then so also on that same note, is there, so there's the expense of storage. Is there a way that you can make it a demo system that would be saved locally and you would have to manually enable it in the game client so that you're not recording everything, you just manually, like, you can type in a console command and it starts recording a demo to your local device or to your local storage device?
I don't think it's technically feasible. I think
Okay.
everything happens on server.
Yes, there is a big part, is a game server, which has more codes than game client. And in order to do that, what you are asking, we have to provide the server code on client side, which is not safe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the game session will happen on dedicated server. It will be possible to give your replay. You will be able to save it as local file and do whatever you want with this replay locally, but not now.
Obviously, some people ask about the Twitch drops, things like that, but is there any other plans for advertising the game, such as like social media? Maybe you guys get some like content creators to play the game for a little bit on Twitch, some of the bigger ones, things like that?
I think we'll like check all the opportunities when the time is right.
Okay.
Right now, we're in the phase where we're still iterating on the game,
Mhm.
like polishing stuff
Yeah,
before
but yep.
investing in marketing. Yeah, but when
Alright.
we'll be closer to commercial launch, we'll definitely do this all.
All right, I just want to make this quick. I only have one question. I want to know if you guys have plans in implementing a kill cam feature with probably a skip option for people who want to skip it, because they might want to see how they died and maybe to see how they can improvise on, being in this situation they are in.
Kill cam feature is in our plans, but it's not for like nearest future. Somewhere it could be, but a little bit later.
The ability to deny being revived, like just pressing the spacebar to toggle, denying reviving or not, especially in PvP when there's a random medbot from a pill who revives you in the middle of the entire enemy team.
We are aware of the issue with PvP revivals, especially by drones. There were things that were already done in that regard. So currently, drones do not revive you or try not to revive you when you are like a some enemies can have a view on you. But we know that the issue is there. We are definitely going to address it specifically in PvP. Yeah, and for those of you who might think that maybe like we just like stopped reacting to what you are writing in Discord, because I know that I was answering a lot of questions. I can just tell we are like super busy with all the new things, so I just plainly have no time to do that to that extent. And then the problem is that the changes are such big that most questions related to the expeditions just to current version of expedition are just invalid at this point.